Hi friends, Namaste, I am Archana. Friends, what are you talking with each other or with your near and dear ones, your relatives or your friends these days? Definitely on one subject, one topic. Immunity को कैसे बढ़ाए? How should I improve my immunity? I am doing nothing different. Same thing, talking about the immunity, but telling you little differently about it. That how we should boost our immunity. To have a good immunity, we should have a holistic lifestyle. So yoga has developed these 4 pillars, which takes care of your immunity and your takes care of your social, health, physical, and mental well-being. And these 4 pillars are Ahar, which talks about nutrition; Vihar, which talks about your physical well-being; and third is Achar, that it tells you to have a proper routine always. Fourth is Vichar. Definitely, thoughts are very, very important. So, friends, I will give you a little bit brief about this every 4 pillars, so that you are able to understand better and inculcate that in your daily lifestyle. So the first pillar is Ahar, nutrition. We should always eat freshly cooked food which is made up of seasonal vegetables, because it always gives you a balanced diet. When I talk about balanced diet, herbal tea always is very important for me, because it is made at home with herbal ingredients together, which increases your immunity a lot. So always you should make it at home and drink regularly, which will definitely boost your immunity. I will give you the recipe of this herbal concoction at the end of the video, which definitely you should see to it and follow that and make it at home. The second pillar is Vihar, that is following a exercise routine regularly. Friends, do any form of physical activity which gives you energy and which makes you feel good. Asanas, if you do regularly, it always, when you are doing asana, it always sends the blood circulation to that part of the organs, and as the blood circulation increases, so the oxygen level in that area heightens up and goes up. As soon as the oxygen level increases, the immunity level in our body increases. So that is why physical activity or doing asanas, especially doing asanas, is very important, because asana is the only physical activity which is talking about every part of your body when we are doing it. Whereas in other physical activity, that criteria is little bit of missing. Okay, so the 4 asanas which we will be doing today is Uttanasana, Adho Mukha Svanasana, then Veerbhadrasana. I really liked Veerbhadrasana, and the third is Parigrahasana. So friends, now we will do our yogasana. So hop on to your mat and be ready.
We will do Uttanasana, that is forward stretch pose. We have to stand up, keep your legs 1 foot wide. Keeping your body straight, legs should be parallel to each other. Pull up your kneecap. You have to inhale and raise your palms and hands up. Go back as much as you can, giving a good stretch to your spine. Exhaling, bend forward from the waist down. Keep your heels firmly pressed on the ground. Try to touch your palms on the floor. Fold your arms and hold the elbows with your hands. And give a good swing to your waist, left to right and right to left. Gives a good stretch to your back, your hamstrings. Keep your hands down again. Stretch yourself as much as you can. Don't try to take your neck down. Inhaling, you have to come up. Exhale and relax. You can repeat this one more time as per your capacity. Now we'll do second asana, that is Adho Mukho Svanasana, that is downward facing dog stretch. Stand up, keep some distance between your feet and raise your arms up. Inhaling, you have to raise your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down till you stretch your legs completely. Walk your legs behind. Extend hands in the front as much as possible. Pull your bums up. Give a good stretch to your hamstrings. Knees should be locked completely. Consciously you have to stretch your legs. And now inhale, lift your right leg up and come back. Left leg up, exhale and come back. It gives a good stretch to your waist and your leg muscles. So you can repeat this again. Inhaling, you have to lift your arms up. Exhale and come down. You can do 2 to 3 times. Third asana is Veerbhadra asana, that is warrior pose 2. Stand up again. Open your legs and keep 4 feet approximately distance between your legs. Toes should point forward. Open your arms in straight 180-degree line. Now exhaling, slowly turn your right leg at 90 to the right side and turn your left foot little inward. Keep your left leg stretched and knee tight. Bend your right knee. Keep looking at your right hand fingers. Keep your body completely aligned. Align with the gravity. Come back. Now go to other side. Turn your left foot out. Turn your right foot little inward. Keep looking at your left hand fingers. Stay for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat this 2 to 3 times. Now fourth asana is Parigraha asana, that is also known as gate pose. You have to stand on your knees now. While the body is aligned with the gravity, extend your right leg towards your right side, keeping your arms on your waist. Your right foot should be towards the ceiling. Arms 180-degree. Exhale and go to your right. Try to touch your right foot with your right hand. Your left hand should be parallel to the floor. Give a good stretch to your side of the waist. Opening your rib cage completely, come back. Now extend your left leg. Again, left foot should be pointing up. Exhale, take your left hand down, right hand again parallel to the floor. Normal breathing. Stay for 30 seconds. Come back. You can repeat 2 to 3 times as per your capacity. Ready for the Bhastrika Pranayam. It is also known as bellows breath. Sit in any meditative posture, Sukhasana, Siddhasana or Padmasana. Keep your back straight. Eyes gently close. Here we have to take a passive inhalation and forceful exhalation. Do not strain your body and face while doing the pranayam. During inhalation, the diaphragm and abdomen comes out and expands, and when you exhale, the abdomen goes in. Increase the rounds to your capacity, then slowly you can increase the speed also of inhalation and exhalation. Like 1 breath in 1 second is a medium speed and 2 breaths in 1 second is fast Bhastrika. So you can do 1 minute to 5 minutes according to your capacity.
So third is our Achar, which is having a good routine which we have to follow daily. That includes your waking hours and your sleeping time, which has to be fixed. Second is keeping time for your physical activity, very necessary. And third is a me time. completely for yourself. Whatever you like to do, following your hobbies, painting, drawing, singing, reading books, gazing at the stars, or sitting idly, doing nothing. So all these things makes you happy, because when it makes you happy, the happy hormones or the positive hormones develop in our brain, then which increases the immunity level, and you become stress free. And it is always said, medically proven, that your emotions and your immunity is always connected. So if your emotions are in check, your immunity is always good. So keeping this lifestyle is very important. So the last pillar is vichar. Very, very important pillar. Thoughts. Our thoughts has to be checked always. Buddha says, based on your thinking, you become the person you are, which is so true. So always have to have a positive thoughts. We have to be in the present state of mind. Always should be in the present, living in a present. And how we can do that? We can do that by doing pranayam regularly, because pranayam always talks about the breath, and breath is always here and now in the present. So if you want to be in the present, keep doing pranayam regularly. So you become habituated, your thoughts become aligned with what you are doing now. So they won't go haywire, and they won't go in the past or in the future.